Hey there guys, this is me, Malorian, and this will be another War Machine Battle Report. Now, this list is one that I've never played before, but I feel has some real potential. I mean, when you look at it, it's kind of boring. It's like, oh, what do you know, Signar with a bunch of hunters, but it's really interesting with Haley3 because, first of all, this has a lot of ranged threat, of course. You know, I can get up there, I can lower your defense, I have all these guns. Because of Baby Haley, I can slam you down. So the assassination is real, the ranged attrition is real, and what I like about this is that the combat potential is real as well, because when I get up there and temporal distortion is going, you know, all these hunters are defense 16. And they can slash away with those axes and do a lot of damage. Of course, I got my defenders again there too, and up against much War Machine armies, that Thorn is going on there and disrupting everything. And so, yeah, this has some real potential to it. Unfortunately, I am up against Garnet and his Ghostly being run with Terminus. Now, normally he's been running Ghostly with Denegra, but he's trying it out here with Terminus. I mean, he's played this several times before. But the big thing here is that for all my ranged abilities, they count for nothing here because every shot I put into Terminus is probably just going to be sack pawn off to a regular guy. So range assassination is off the table. And to be fair, guys, it's hard for me to go in this game and not already think, yeah, I've lost, because Garnet is a great player. This is a great list. And I don't really feel that I have all the answers I need in it to deal with what he has here. If I am going to win, what I need to do is really make sure I pick out key solos and that I destroy units completely if possible. And then hopefully with that, I can slowly attrition it down. But yeah, this is not going to be easy, and I'll just do my best. So crits get to go first, and they just rush on up there, and that's not exactly good for me. I mean, it's kind of okay. I mean, my list can be grindy. I can sit there with the high defense. I just don't think I can last against this here. So anyway, he has a lot of these Black Banes in front of me, and part of me wants to go back and hide and whatever, but I can't. I just have to accept that they might charge into me. At least I don't have a list that has a lot of infantry, so the Black Banes aren't super good. But I need to take out something critical. Now, the Kane, whatever it is, super pistol wraith thing, it's there behind the Hellraiser. Is that, I don't know what it's called. It's hiding behind the buildings. That's not one of the options. However, what I feel I can get this turn is Barathrum, and I have a couple of ways of doing it. Now, he is dug in, which is annoying. However, if I can get up there with Thorn, I can dominate him and make him walk away. Well, actually walk towards me, turn his back, and then not only does that undig him, but then he's showing his back to me. So that's what I'd love to do. However, given this terrain and how far over I put Thorn and why I put Thorn there, I don't really know. I am just out of range. I'm out of range by like half an inch to get up there and be able to cast that onto him. So that's really not good. So what I'm gonna have to do then is just kind of like go for it. I'm just gonna have to try and shoot this guy, get some serious damage, and if I can take out the movement early, hey, I can make it happen. By the way, I could put all my shots into Terminus, but like I said before, I just might as well not, because everything will be sack pawn and then he'll kill me. So that's what I go for. Thorn is kind of moving off to the right after he gets Arcane Shield onto him. He's pretty much going to be there trying to work on the right zone. And otherwise, it actually goes very well. I aim with one of the defenders. It hits Barathrum and does some great damage. So as soon as that happened, I was like, hey, let's go for this. And then what I had to do is start with the hunters, boosting the hit until I was lucky enough to chip away and take away his movement. Then after that, I could actually boost damage and take him out. So that's great. Barathrum is gone. Then I went with Strange Ways, who gave magical attacks to the left defender, who also has Sidekick on it, because that's going to be Jake's. And then it goes up and it takes a chunk out of the Wraith there, the battle engine. So that's awesome. You know, he's down a heavy, his battle engine is damaged, and all he has is 1,000 dudes. That's not a problem, right? So really, he's just getting into my face. He's not really doing any damage here. You know, I'm sure he might have taken some shots or something, but I don't believe he gets anything done. I mean, really, what he's trying to do here with the Blackbanes, which is the right move, is they're trying to swarm to my left flank to try and get to my juniors. Because, I mean, if they go down, both my defenders go down, and that's a bad thing. So, really what I gotta do here is... Man, I would love to prioritize them and take them out, but I just don't have enough magical attacks, especially not over there by them. So what I'm going to do is that on the right here, he has a lot of this unit red, and so I'm going to try and eliminate that unit. So that's what I do. I have Jakes do a couple of fancy things where she charges in, kills one, goes back. I mean... I wish I would have put her a little bit closer because she's normally defense 15. With Sidekick, when she's base to base, she's defense 17. And then if she's within 5 inches of one of the Haleys, she's defense 19. And it's like, yeah, Ghost, do whatever you want. You're not going to hit me. I'm only defense 17 right now, but I'm camping one that should be safe. Otherwise, I put everything I can into trying to kill that red unit. And I managed to kill everything except... There's one guy at the very far back. Of course, Garnet didn't fall for this. He knows what he's doing. So I did a lot of work and I killed a lot of guys, but they're probably going to all come back. So on his turn, it's now time to push into me and yeah, starts doing some damage. So the biggest thing here that really kind of turned the tide is on the left. He sends a few guys after baby Haley, and I mean, he has to have some pretty good dice to make it happen. Some of them are in the back, but I am defense 18, and he does manage to get it. So, I mean, I could say like, oh man, he got lucky, but hey, he had a lot of tries to do it. He had 4 attacks on her, and eventually one went through and took her out, and that means that whole bubble of defense on the left went away. That meant that when he started going after Hunter number 1, it really started getting hurt, and that's not good. So yeah, there you go. It's down, and I'm kind of in trouble. And otherwise on the right, that Wraith is over there, and that's not good. You know, he's there in my grill, not doing any damage yet, but he's definitely trying. And meanwhile, he has his little Kane wannabe ghost go and shoot strange ways and do some damage and put on fire. By the way, he's going to die from fire next turn, so that's going to suck. And just to make this a little bit harder, yeah, he's going to be scoring on the left zone and on the right zone, making it 2-0. So, at this point here, I am down on scenario. Attrition, if you want to talk about attrition, I think it's okay, but I have no real shot at assassination, and all I can do now is start this grind. Now, as I did the grind and I tried killing all I can, of course I had to bring back baby Haley, and I'm just trying to do whatever I can, but I didn't have the pieces to fully do what I want. One nice thing was I was able to shoot and destroy the arc node from the left side, so now if he wants to score on that zone, either that battle engine or Terminus is going to have to go over, so that's something. Although, one of the guys watching was kind of like groaning as I did my attacks, and that's because I forgot Ghost Kane was Corporal and I could have killed him. So that was a huge mistake. Otherwise, I contest the right zone, so I'm making it so it's still 2-0. But yeah, I really didn't get far enough ahead on this turn. So now what he's trying to really do is work on Thorn, and so Thorn survives, but yeah, he is really hurt. Terminus zips over to the left flag. He also destroys my flag. And so now that's going to bring him up to 4 points. He destroys another Hunter. He goes after Junior. Junior was lucky to survive. But yeah, as you can see, I have those crippled system tokens down all over the place. Like, I'm just in a really bad spot here. Everything is really hurt. He's really up here on scenario. And yeah, I don't really know what I can do. Because if I go after Terminus, I don't have enough shots. He has enough sack pawns. That's not really an option. So all I can really do is go in there and try and contest zones. And at this point, I have like a 10-minute-ish, you know, advantage on clock. And so maybe if I can tie up this scenario stuff, he might clock. But I mean, honestly, guys, this is pretty much a lost cause. So that's what I do. I mean, Thorn's kind of staying there in the zone. I had some hopes I could clear out the middle zone and then score there to kind of like help even things up, but I don't have enough attacks at this point. It's just not enough to make it work. Otherwise, Jake's kills something and then sprints over into the zone. One of the things I was told after that probably would have been a good idea is I went up there with her defender and made some attacks to actually go and try and kill more dudes. I probably should just ran into the zone, because even though he can just kill Jake's to go and, you know, make it go inert and not count, at least then Jake's, because a sidekick, would be the defense 17. Now I'm defense 15, camping 2, and it's probably not going to be enough. But hey, either way, I make it to another turn. And yeah, it's really not hard for him to beat that. He just sends in a couple of his pirates into Jake's, and Jake's goes down. He has to do nothing else, scores on this zone, and he wins by scenario. So, I mean, one of the things I can take away from this game is, to be fully honest, you know, Garnet did win this one fairly comfortably. However, when we were talking about after, he actually rated this matchup as something that's in the yellow, something that's, okay, not a bad matchup for him, but something that this is a good list that actually has some threats. You know, if I could have got a little bit further, we were talking about after that, remember that last one way in the back? Well, that was on Jake's, and if I would have like energized up that defender, maybe I could have had range to kill that guy in the back, and maybe that whole plan of just killing unit after unit could have actually started panning out. I don't know, but it's just good to know that this list, which was really a test, you know, I'm up against a really good player, which is what maybe is one of the top lists out there right now, and I did okay. I didn't do great, but I made him sweat just ever so little. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you like watching this. If you have any thoughts on the list or the game or anything else like that, please post it down below. And otherwise, we'll catch you later. Bye. Hey there, if you liked watching this video, please go down and give it a like down below you here. And if you have any concerns or questions or comments, please put those in the comment section as well. You know, the best way for me to give you what you want to see is if you tell me what you like seeing and what you don't like seeing. So otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.